This is the House of Hockey podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. Hockey is more than a game, it's a lifestyle. It's you, the diehard supportive fans, your favorite players who are on the team you cheer for, and the organization who supports them.
The companies that make your gear, bags, and beer league sweaters. The hockey moms and hockey dads, and everything else that makes this House of Hockey your home. Come on in. I'm Breezy.
And I'm Rae.
And this is our house.
Welcome to the House of Hockey podcast, episode 129. I'm one of your hosts, Rae.
And I'm your other host, Breezy.
And your TV volume is still on.
Oh, my bad.
I was like, what is that she's listening to in the background? She's got a game on. I love
it's actually Christmas Vacation.
Oh, even better and more appropriate.
Because I pulled out my Griswold jersey. So
I love it.
I'm a little wild every today. Whoa.
Thank God, because I am tired today.
Also, I was gonna prank you. I got this new little desk decoration, and it lights up. Wait, anticlimactic.
Oh my God, I love it. It's like an old school microphone, but it's a lamp.
Yeah.
Did you get it at Home Goods?
No, I got it off of Etsy.
I love it. But you were going to just put that in front of you?
I was just going to put it in front of me and pretend like it was my microphone, which I guess I still can. This is kind of funny.
It looks really good. I think it needs to stay there.
It's pretty cool, huh? I know. You should get one. They're pretty cheap, actually. Really cool. And it was actually, it's made in Nashville. It's a Nashville-based company. And it's a Nashville like microphone, like an old school one. Naturally, yes, gotta stay on there. I like to support local businesses. So yeah, I thought it would be good for the podcast setup. So for my new desk in my new house, I will create something more immaculate than what we are already in. But yeah.
I love it. Leave it in the shot. I'm here for it.
Perfect.
Also Breezy's yeah, that's good. Breezy's rocking a new hat, new Nashville Preds hat.
Look at that.
She got all you hit that Black Friday sale hard, huh?
I did, actually.
So did I.
Yeah. Naturally just bought stuff for myself. So that's
Isn't that what always happens? I mean,
I think so, yeah.
Like I go with the intention to buy the things for the other people, and then I end up seeing all this stuff for myself that I want. And
yeah, I mean, I got all the gifts that I need to get, and then like, you figure if it's on sale, if you want it, you should get it now because you're just going to buy it later regardless. So might as well get it on sale.
I agree. We have to talk about something before we get into all of the news and things and headlines and big stuff.
Okay.
Both of our hockey hunks have broken our hearts.
They have, yeah. They sure have.
I don't know about you, but I'm devastated.
It started with Barzy. I saw his head and I went, what happened? Where did it go? He lost the flow. He buzzed his head.
Why?
He looks pretty good with it, not gonna lie.
Well, of course he looks good with it, but like, it's not his best look. Like, why would he buzz all of his beautiful hair off? It's so sad. Like, it can't be a superstition or a bad luck thing because the guy's always had beautiful hair. So like, that's not the reason he buzzed his head.
Yeah.
Two, like, did he get lice or something? And that's why he had to shave his head? No, he's not around a bunch of kids in school, and he showers like probably 20 times a day because he's sweating and gross all the time, but I love it. Three, why else would you do this?
I don't know.
Breakup.
Maybe a breakup. Yeah. And Roman cut his hair too. I think his got in the way a little bit. I just posted the video that the Preds made of him, and it was hilarious. So I had to share it with everybody. I made Rae watch it before we came out here.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I'm also sorry for your loss. Although I feel like your loss is a little bit more because Barzy cut off a lot more hair than Roman.
Yeah. But Roman's hair is so beautiful. I mean, he looks too beautiful no matter what his hair looks like.
Yeah.
But those curls.
Those curls.
Oh,
they were just there.
They're glorious. They just soften that chiseled face so beautifully.
It's a sad day.
It's a real sad day.
I mean, it's raining out here right now. It's gloomy.
The hockey gods are crying for the loss of their hair.
Oh,
Let me pray to my Pink Whitney candle, my Saint Pink Whitney candles, and see what I can get for you.
There you go.
All right. That's what we wanted to start the show with. Secondly, we are not discussing the New Jersey Devils today. I mean, we're going to graze over it coming up, but like, we're not going to discuss them, which is shocking. For the first time in like a month, they have not been the lead of the podcast.
That is true. But who I do want to talk about is the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars are coming in hot, and they were, what is it? What are my notes here? 11-0-0 and leading after 2 periods. And they are just climbing up on the standings.
They're in the lead in the Central. Mm-hmm. They're leading the Central division. Yeah. And I definitely recall myself at the beginning of the season saying that they would be a 500 team. They're proving me wrong at this point. However, there's still a lot of season to be played.
There is, but I think Jason Robertson has a lot to do with basically everything to do with it. The guy is completely on fire. He had 15 goals in 14 games in November, which trailed Patrick Laine for the most in a calendar month, which was 18 goals in November in 2018 for the Jets in the past 25 years. So, and he scored 50 goals since January 1st, just behind Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs for the most in the NHL.
That's insane. I did not think we would see that as the leader on the leaderboard, like someone from the Dallas Stars right now at this point.
And you want to hear the real kicker? He was on my fantasy league, and I accidentally dropped him.
What do you mean accidentally?
Like, I accidentally dropped him because this was before the start of the season when he didn't sign his contract with the Stars right away. Like, he was just marked as an O. And I was just going through and I just clicked because I had like 3 O's on my team and I clicked an O, but for some reason my phone likes to kind of glitch a little bit and like I'll click on something and then like it kind of like goes up. So I clicked and I was talking at the same time and I just hit drop because I was really trying to get like my team in order before everyone else swooped up all the good ones. And I looked down and I was like, what did I just do? And then I was hoping that like no one was like going to be on it. But like once you put them onto like waivers, like you can't get them until they clear. And yeah, that's what happened.
You didn't get them back.
I did not get them back.
God, did somebody else get him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Sure did. I mean, who wouldn't? But that was my accidental screw up on my fantasy league. So that was so fun to go through. I was very distraught about it for about a week. Actually, I'm still really upset about it. Yeah, I'm really upset about it still, but I got to just move on.
No wonder you bought yourself a bunch of gear and like a light and like all. That's what I do when I'm having a bad day. I need to go shopping. So
yeah. I mean, I knew this was going to happen. I was like, why did I do that? Why? What happened? But I mean, I know what happened. I wouldn't have done that on purpose.
No, I know you wouldn't have. And nobody listening thinks you would do that.
I would hope not. But also notable that Jamie Benn has 23 points, so 10 goals, 13 assists in his past 14 games, and we are recording this past when I wrote these notes. But remember, I think it was a couple seasons ago when the owner wrote to Ben and Sagan, and they're like, "You got to do something here." So when will Sagan start to like really start to produce? Because the second that happens,
they could be unstoppable.
They could be another Devils in making.
Right. That other New York Jersey team.
Exactly.
They could. I'm not really sure. He's suffered a lot of injuries, right? Had major surgery last season. He's seemingly healthy. He's got a good home life, we suspect. He's engaged.
Yeah.
All cylinders should be firing for him, and he
Yeah.
is not producing. And
He's not
know.
producing like he should be.
Like he should be. But is
Yeah.
that just because there's other players on the team like Robertson, who's just, Robinson, not Robertson, Robinson, who is just, wait, is it Robertson or Robinson?
I think it's Robertson. Wait, do I have my notes wrong? We have
two
Robinson
names in
and
there.
Robertson here. I mean, spell check, right? Jason Robertson.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And then I saw the notes and I was like, wait, what did I say?
Why do we have it in there twice? I should just screenshot these notes and just show everyone how messy our
crazy
notes
we are.
always are.
So when you got somebody like that who's like found their rhythm and is producing, you don't then go to Sagan and say, however the hell you say his name, fuck it. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. You don't go to him and say, hey man, step it up, because maybe the rhythm that they have and the lines that they have are working and you're still producing and you're still first in the Central. So do you just leave it, or do you, change things up?
Yeah. Or do you swap the line? I haven't been paying too much attention to the Stars in general, but like, do you put them on separate lines and then have all lines firing at all cylinders? I don't know.
Yeah. The only the only notable stat from the Central, like at least for the top three teams, they're neck and neck. The only real difference is that Dallas has 4 OT points. So that's means that they're still, they've managed to win it in OT. However, we've got like neck and neck close situations here where like those top 3 teams are really going to be battling it out. So I don't know that this is like something I would hold my breath on, but I can say that because my team is in the bottom of the Central, which I wasn't expecting us to be in the bottom. I was really hoping Arizona would take that for me this season again, but
it's close. It's close.
Chicago and Arizona are the 2 worst teams in the league. But I'm jumping ahead. We're going
to so
talk about that, but
let's jump into it really quick. So
okay,
we went back to you saying that the Dallas Stars probably weren't going to do very well this season.
I said they'd be a 500 team.
You did, yes.
That's okay.
But where we like really hit the mark way off? Like we were real wrong. The freaking Ottawa Senators.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 25. Coming in at number 25 in the league, folks. Ottawa Senators. Don't know what happened there. Math's not adding up for me.
No.
Anaheim, Chicago, Columbus, Arizona, San Jose, Philadelphia, Buffalo, and then Ottawa, the last of the league as of right now, Sunday. Top of the league.
Terrible.
New Jersey, Boston, Vegas, Toronto, Seattle, Carolina, Dallas, Tampa, Islanders, and Pittsburgh. The Kings are falling just out of that number 10, but
I know. We totally missed all of those marks. Maybe not all of them. We said Tampa, we said Leafs, right?
Yeah.
Well, the Leafs, everybody predicted that the Leafs were going to be really good.
Yeah.
Whether or not I agreed with that statement, I probably might have agreed with it, but that they wouldn't be winning the Stanley Cup is probably.
I feel like I keep like trying to like talk into this thing. Like you would never agree.
I think you should. I love it. She's talking about her new microphone with the lights inside. Seattle having a big turnaround. Didn't expect that. Didn't expect them to be in the top 10 at this point. We're like 20-ish games in, 25-ish games in here, 26, 27. So
yeah,
over the quarter mark, but not at the halfway. So
yeah,
a lot of. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I wanted to talk about the Seattle Kraken for a second.
Let's do it.
Because I watched the best, worst game I have ever seen in my entire life. Straight up, that's just what it was.
Why?
The Kings and the Kraken played last Tuesday night, so a week from when this podcast comes out. The game was tied 6 different times.
Oh my God.
It was one goal after another goal. It was back and forth the entire game. And then the Kraken got like a 2-goal lead. And then the Kings came back and tied it up. It went into overtime.
Oh my
The
God.
Kraken ended up taking it in overtime and won with a final score of 9-8.
What is this? What sport is this? Is this Munchkin hockey?
I'm still going over here. Still going over there.
What is this Munchkin hockey?
Yeah.
What is this Munchkin hockey?
I like that cup. It was a terrible game. It was an absolutely terrible game. They couldn't stay on their feet. Neither team could stay on their feet. Their passing was terrible. The goaltending was terrible. Martin Jones. When did Martin Jones go to the Kraken? I don't even know. But Martin Jones, Jonathan Quickie got pulled. Cal Peterson went in. He allowed like 6 goals and like I think it was like 14 shots or something like that. It was something ridiculous. But at the same time, it was the best game I've seen because it was just crazy. It was wild.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I was like, dang, this game is so fun because it sucks, but there's so many goals.
It's like chaos.
And then it's like, hockey is just so cool. It's like unpredictable, you know? It was just like, I was just sitting there and I was like, I had my little Jack and Coke and I was just like, this is the best thing. What am I doing every other Tuesday? This from now on.
Let's bring it on. Bring me a game like that. The other game that had me in shock was the Blackhawks beat the Rangers last night. I was like, is this correct? Did somebody screw up the score here? What happened? And then Trouba was like pissed, and they sent him to the locker room. He was throwing stuff. I was in shock, and to think that I could have been at that game kills me. It kills me.
Yeah.
But I would have been asleep. I would be a zombie. I can't do it. The Blackhawks are on their New York swing right now, and it would be perfect. I could have done MSG, UBS, USB,
or it's not Barclays Center anymore, right?
UBS Arena, I think is what it's called.
I think that's what it is.
And then Prudential Center, Prudential Arena, Prudential
Devils.
Something.
Whatever. That's 3 times we said the Devils this episode. We are maxed out.
I know. Now. That's it. But I could have done that, but I had travel and then I have to travel again, and I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of shocking games.
In other news, other shocking things.
Yeah.
A little bit more serious.
Yeah, we're gonna put my TV face on. Kris Letang had
another a TV face.
Oh, well, normally it's a smile, but in this situation, it's the serious TV face that we're talking about. Yeah, but normally it's like,
whoa, he just like flipped the switch.
Oh yeah. I can put my TV face on in 2.2 seconds. Just ask Sarah, a friend Sarah, podcast Sarah. She knows.
Sarah.
She's seen it in real life. It's a little scary. But anyway, Kris Letang had a stroke. He's okay. Doctors don't think it is any life-threatening, damaging side effects from the stroke. They have not set a timetable. Ringo, can we just, get situated there? Thank you. The Penguins have not set a timetable for his return. What I didn't realize is that he had a stroke in 2014. And that one was way more severe than this one. So positive. He missed 2 months at that time. He was actually, I think, back out on the ice just skating and working out like lightly, but nothing, intense. So that's a positive. It's just a huge health event for somebody to have a stroke, and at that young, and now to have had 2. And he's like one of the Ringo, you got to sit down, honey. One of the fittest players in the NHL. To have that happen, it's like It was shocking to see that headline.
Yeah, I think back in 2014, he had said that the doctors found a hole in his heart, and that's what caused the stroke. And the doctors, I think, had said, don't quote me on this, but I just saw the interview the other day because I was reading up on this. The doctors don't think that it's something that he needs like surgery for or something like that. Which said for him was like, okay, well, I don't want to think about that then. I just want to get back to the ice. I just want to play hockey again. So the fact that this happened again, maybe it's to the point where he might need to get surgery or might need to do something to fix whatever. I mean, I don't know how big the hole is in his heart, but I mean, I think he'll make it back. He did it before, he can do it again.
Yeah. He's a big core of that group too, and probably a big part of how well the Penguins have done or how they've come out of their slump so far in the season. And, to be back. So you never want to see a guy like that go down, and you never want to see such a young player have not one but two strokes, and your, heart just goes out to him and his family and his teammates, because that's serious stuff. And you don't ever want to see a guy go through that.
Right, exactly.
This week's episode of the House of Hockey podcast is brought to you by...
Hockey fans, light the lamp this winter with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. New customers can bet just $5 pregame moneyline on any NHL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. If that wasn't enough excitement, you could turn small bets into bigger payouts with the same game parlays. Combine multiple bets like which team will win, how many goals will be scored, and more for your shot at even bigger payouts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code THPN. Bet $5 on any NHL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code THPN. That's THPN for the Hockey Podcast Network. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
Have you shopped at Pure Hockey? They are America's largest hockey retailer with dozens of stores and the option to shop online. If you or any of your kids play hockey, Pure Hockey is the place to find just about all of your equipment, skates, sticks, gear, bags, jerseys, and accessories. Plus, Pure Hockey is one of our affiliate partners. Next time you break your hockey stick or your kid grows out of his skates, why not check out purehockey.com? While you are looking for hockey equipment, you can also browse around for merchandise from your favorite NHL team, you know who Breezy's and mine are, and make gift giving even easier for your hockey-loving friends and family. And do us a favor, use our special link for purehockey.com when you browse the site and make a purchase, because we'll receive a small commission, which helps me and Breezy create this podcast. Head to the episode's show notes for the special direct link to shop at purehockey.com. We got to talk about the bad boys of the NHL.
The bad boys turn nice guys.
Yeah, two of the three we're going to talk about are nice.
Yeah, we don't. Antony.
Sorry, Antony's coughing, everybody.
I thought she was laughing.
No, she's coughing. Ringo's digging a hole. Antony's coughing. Mark's drilling holes in walls. I don't know. I can't. Anyway.
That's cool. I got Christmas Vacation on.
Yeah, it's this one. Yeah. We're you know how we are. Let's start with
Sunday, folks.
Bad boy Patty Maroon. Here's what happened. Jack Edwards, the announcer for Nesson, during one of the games said, I quote, "Maroon is listed at 238 pounds. That was day one of training camp. I've got a feeling he's had a few more pizzas between then and now. Fasting, inadvertent fasting for Pat Maroon is like 4 hours without a meal. But hey, he's won 3 Stanley Cups in a row. Who can argue with his formula?" First of all, that is such unnecessary commentary. Why are we talking about what Pat Maroon weighs in our broadcast as filler airtime? Why is that what you're talking about? He's not even that large of a guy in my eyes, he's the big rig, but apparently we're not calling him that anymore. We're just going to call him Rig. Body positivity. And we'll talk about what Pat Maroon did, to snap back at this guy in a really positive way. But like, what do you think about just those comments in general from a broadcaster? Like, we can say whatever we want here, but I don't think we've ever commented on anybody's weight.
No, we would never.
In a negative way.
Right. Yeah. There's been multiple times when broadcasters will say, this person's a big boy, 6'5", 230, whatever it is. Those things.
But they mean that in like a positive way, I think.
Right.
Like, wow, look at how strong and big that guy is, not like fat.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So, the only other thing I can kind of relate this to, I think, would be Phil Kessel, where they call him the hot dog boy and stuff like that, which that doesn't draw. I think that stays within the limits of it being, people take it like a funny thing, not like a thing like what had just happened here. Not that it is funny. Like, I've never made a joke about Phil Kessel at all, but I just don't, I think it was a bad look, a real bad look. And I applaud Patrick Maroon for what he did to almost take advantage of a bad situation and turn it into something really good and very, what's the word I'm looking for? Definitely positive, but he's able to turn around a lot of things by what he did, which was raise $50,000 in 24 hours to go towards mental health and what was it?
Anti-bullying
organization
in Tampa. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's huge.
Yeah. And he actually he started off by making a $2,000 donation in Jack Edwards' name, the broadcaster's name, to the foundation, which is even better. That's the like, stick it to you. You want to jab at me for this, come on. It's like, really? The guy is still playing. He's a 3-time like, why is that what you're talking about? I've watched a handful of NESN broadcasts, being where I'm at. It's like their broadcasting style is, I don't enjoy it whatsoever. And I'm a little picky, but
and you gotta look at it too. Maroon is a big guy. He's got thick skin. He dishes it. He can take it. So maybe that's where they thought that they could dish it to him in a way that he may think it's a funny thing. But for Maroon to, whether he took it as a joke or took it personally, we'll never know. But the fact that he was able to put it out there as like, hey, don't do that. Let's move forward in a better way. Put him on the nice guy list.
He's getting gifts from Santa this year.
Sure is.
No Cole for Pat Maroon this year.
That's true.
Who will now be called Pat Rig Maroon. Even Gritty got in on the action of body positivity when they went to play the Flyers. Gritty had a sign that was like, support thick bodies, because Gritty is a full-figured mascot, and you love to see it.
Yes, you do.
Now, the other bad boy we have to talk about is your boy, Matthew Tkachuk.
Yes. I believe
has been suspended again, I think, for 2 more games. Did I see that, or was that an old headline?
I don't know. I haven't been on Instagram the last couple of days.
Okay.
But I did send you the video. And for everyone listening, I sent her the video and I said, he has a heart.
He does. Tell them what happened. And I'm going to look up if he was suspended again.
Yeah. So Matthew Tkachuk, who currently plays for the Florida Panthers, was visiting his old team, the Calgary Flames. First game back in Calgary, where he did get a standing ovation for coming back. He did a mid-ice hit on his ex-teammate Lindholm. Yeah. Yep. And he immediately stopped and like picked him up and apologized and made sure, and then went on his merry way. Which I was like, what is happening? He would
I don't
never
know
do
how.
that.
No,
It wasn't a dirty hit.
wasn't a dirty hit.
It was a clean center ice hit. It was good.
Do you think it was just a malfunction of the brain? Like he saw his face and like recognized him as a former teammate and just like it was out of like a reaction because he's,
Yeah,
that's his old
maybe.
team and he was like, "Oh man, sorry, bud."
Yeah.
Or did he like really do that? Because I feel like that's out of character if he intentionally went out of his way to do that. But I also haven't paid enough attention to the nice moments that Tkachuk has had. And also the headline of being suspended again, it was old news, misleading Google search. So he is not suspended.
Good. And maybe, I don't know, or maybe they had something, go and chitter chatter before the game where he goes, "Oh yeah, let's I'll get you, I'll get you good," or whatever. And then ended up doing it and went to go pick him up. He was like, "I told you," and then picked him. Like, who knows what the
Right.
context was there, but love to
If
see it.
this, yeah, I don't know. I think some people would be pissed to see it.
That's true.
Like, you're on our team. How dare you be nice? And like, because some guys, when they get traded, they go,
Yeah,
hockey is hockey. And we're
very
not
true.
playing tummy sticks as the all reigning Spit and Chicklets podcast refers to it, where it's like
Yeah.
nice guys, like tummy time, like tummy sticks.
Oh boy.
It's borderline, but I do like to see him have a little compassion. Would he have that for any other team? Mm, Probably not.
Maybe it depends. Maybe not necessarily other team, but maybe other players.
Okay.
Like if he was close to like, I mean, was he super close to Monahan? Like if he were to be playing up in Montreal, like does he, check Monahan and then apologize to him because they were buddy buddies on the team? Who knows? Or is it just haterade
Oh,
all the way around now?
I wouldn't want to see it. I wouldn't want to see it. I'd be like, you're being too nice. You're being too
That's
nice.
true. Too
You
nice to your
can't
old
play
teammates.
favorites. No,
Yeah,
that's like,
that's
that's
true.
my point of view. Some
Maybe it was
people wouldn't agree.
maybe now that you bring it to my attention, maybe it was just like a one-time thing. Like he was able to do it that one time, but don't do it to every teammate. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Don't do it again.
No.
Once is fine.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to round this out with Jordan Binnington.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This
I
guy.
don't like that guy. I do not like
This
that guy.
guy. He's freaking getting coal in his stocking this year. In a recent game against the Boston Bruins, Binner was in goal. He went out of the crease to move the puck around and he reaches his hand out and smacks Jason Zucker in the face, like whips
Penguins,
him
not
in.
Bruins, right?
Oh my God, thank you, Penguins.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Penguins. Why did I put
Penguins.
Bruins?
I don't know. So
Hello. Thank
autocorrect.
you.
That's what we're gonna blame it on.
No, I screwed that up. Thank you. I don't know. The colors, they're the same. Sometimes my brain,
It's okay.
these reverse retro, it's throwing me off. Anyway,
It's
you're
okay.
right. Pittsburgh Penguins, Jason Zucker gets face grabbed and goes down. He might have exaggerated a little bit, Zucker, when he went down. He really like played it up, but I don't blame him because like Binner does this kind of stuff all the time. Even Coach Berube said, quote, about Binnington's behavior, it's got to stop. It doesn't help anything. Just play goal. Stop the puck. And I got to say, if your coach is telling the media that and like quoting and telling, there's issues there. There are problems in St. Louis. And what do you do as a coach when you've got a good goaltender, but he is a complete and utter wild card and could possibly cost you like a penalty? Like, do you put him in net? Do you take the chance? Do you hope he behaves? Like, what do you do?
Notable also, the Blues have been very well the last few years, as we know. They are, as of today, number 24th in the league.
Yeah. They're sinking down a little bit
They're
here.
sinking. Is he the root of some issues? can't blame it on one guy, I know, but
No, there's clearly some tension.
yeah.
And if the coach is saying that to the media, he's mad, he said something, he's not happy about it, and he's in a tough spot.
Yeah.
But
Yikes.
if you're a Blues fan, you kind of want a guy like Binnington on your team, right? Just like you want the Pat Maroons, just want like you want the Matthew Tkachucks, who all run the risk of like suspensions, right? I don't know that
Yeah.
Binnington could get suspended. I don't know what the rules are with the league of like goalies being suspended for like, because goalies are like untouchable. And see, that's where it's like a little unfair.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree, but I still think that there's like a fine. I think it depends on what kind of a fan you might be too. Um, like for the Kings, Kevin Fiala, like he's had some really dirty plays, and I don't like dirty plays. But you do need like someone on the team that's gonna take those dirty plays, you know. But like when he does it, I'm like that I don't like that, you know. But there's some fans that do like it, and that's totally fine too.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would want Binnington on my team, which is scary because the Kings need goaltending.
I know.
I'm screwed.
I don't know. I don't know what his contract is, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's just uncalled for. And talk about like having a little bit of tension in the locker room with a guy like that, and where we've seen him totally lose his cool in
Yeah.
moments. And then when he won the Stanley Cup, he was all like, "Oh, I'm cool, calm, and collected. Didn't bother
Yeah.
me." And it's like, okay, is this an act? Was that an act? Are these antics an act? Is this
Right.
just because you're a goalie who's got the typical goalie tendencies of being a little quirky? And this is just like what you think is cool. And that just
Yeah.
makes me gross. I am like, ugh, just
Yeah.
grosses me out, man, when someone's like, yeah, this is cool. I don't know. That's my perception.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it.
I don't either. Let's talk about the headline that writes itself. The Arizona Coyotes are building a new arena on top of a trash dump.
Trying to.
Trying to. Looks like it's gonna
Trying to.
happen. So their new arena project advanced to the public vote, and it would cost $2.1 billion. I still haven't researched who's paying for that, but that vote is going to happen in May of next year, and it's a site located in Tempe, right? Tempe,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
on a 46-acre site that has been used as a trash dump. And here's the spin on it from the Coyotes president. It would turn a landfill into a landmark.
That got me. That
I
had
know.
me rolling. I had to read it like 5 times. And I'm like, did he? No,
Yeah, he really said that.
that happened. Now, my question is if it's been used as a landfill, right? As a dump, is the land toxic and contaminated? Like, I know they need to do a lot of work to like clean it up in order to build, but like, are they gonna have to treat the land? Is that like
Yeah.
a weird thing to ask? Like, I'm just thinking
No.
about like all the trash. Like, is it gonna be okay for like them to like make like food and like serve like drinks and stuff like in the arena?
Is the air going to be toxic? I mean,
Right.
I there's a lot of questions we don't have answers to. And then when they dig up all of that trash, where do they put it? Where does it
No.
go? Where's that trash going to go? And then where's the trash that used to go in that landfill going to go?
Questions.
Right? Are we just
Yeah.
shipping it on a boat to like the east? Like, are we
Timbuktu.
just
Yeah.
sending it out into the ocean and like dumping it? Because that's not okay. Because
No,
people do that, and that's a whole other
not
issue
good.
that
Yeah, not
gets
good.
me going.
You know,
We
I
stick
actually just
here.
found out that the whole entire state of Arizona, they do not recycle. They actually they will charge
What?
you to pick up recycles. Like you would have to pay for it.
Why?
I don't know.
How did they
And it like,
not get the memo that recycling is a thing and you can do it and
I know.
it's the planet?
Because when I was up there visiting with my parents who are currently there waiting for our house, I was like, oh, here's a can. Like, where's the recycle? And they're like, oh no, we don't recycle here anymore. Like they will charge you to like come pick up your recycles.
That's sad. I feel
I
like
don't know how I feel about it.
you're gonna
I
have
feel
to
like I'm gonna
start a
need to be like Breezy the recycle person.
yeah, you are. I wonder, do they have it at, where you can take it to the grocery store? Sometimes the grocery store has a recycling
I
program,
would think so. I
like
mean,
where
there's
you
got
could
to be
take
something. Like,
cans,
you can't not be a sustainable state.
I
That
know.
makes no sense to me. And I'm not
What
like
year
all
is
like,
this? What year are we
yeah.
in?
I
Yeah.
mean, don't I'm not like a tree hugger by any means, but it's like that just I was like, I drink too many cans to not recycle. I can't do this.
That's like the bare minimum we can do is recycle our cans and bottles.
Yeah.
Like, glass,
So
aluminum, all of that can be reused. Some of
yeah,
the other stuff, maybe not, but
yeah. So maybe we need to make sure that this new Tempe entertainment district is going to be sustainable with recyclable waste bins.
maybe they can use the trash as fuel.
Mm,
Maybe they're going to find a way to use all
innovative.
that toxic landfill waste as fuel for the building. Just like how Seattle's
Zamboni fuel.
building, yeah. Seattle's arena is all eco-friendly, blah, blah,
Yeah.
sustainable something with solar panels and all that
They
stuff.
should have solar panels in Arizona
Oh,
for sure.
if they don't
Duh.
put solar
No
panels on that
brainer.
building, what are we doing here? No wonder it
Yeah.
costs 2 billion if they're not putting solar on it. Listen,
Oh
it's
boy.
great. I mean, obviously this is great for the Yotes and great for Arizona if it passes. It's probably going to go through. This would be great. Who
Yeah,
wouldn't want
and
to go
it's
to like an entertainment plaza and have a whole thing and
especially
yeah.
ASU is right there. ASU is in Tempe, so it would create a lot of jobs. A lot of
Mhm.
college kids would be able to get, more jobs there and surrounding individuals as well. So I think it'd be good for just, the whole entire community. Um, and make it a place that people want to go to. I mean,
Yeah.
make it like feasible, like the Battery where they have it in down in Atlanta where the Braves play. Like make it like a fun thing where people can make like a weekend trip out of it rather than just like fly in, fly out, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. It'll be good for the state. And
Yeah.
everyone in Arizona, let's talk to your local commissioners and put some kind of bill on the next voting ballot about recycling
Yeah.
because that needs to happen.
I mean, I was only in like one area of Arizona and that was 100% and I was told that the state of Arizona. So maybe my facts are not correct. I will need to look up on that, but I was very shocked. Regardless, even if it's that little area that I was in, we got to do something.
We do.
Yeah.
But on that note, we need to go and you need to finish watching Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, I actually need to make our holiday gift guide.
I know I put a bunch of gifts on a document
Yes.
with
So I'm going to
links
make our holiday
and
gift guide.
it's going to be a blog post on our website.
Okay. It'll be a
Hashtag
blog post.
SEO. Hashtag
Yes.
SEO.
It'll be a blog post on our website. We
And
will
on
send you
social.
there. Yeah, and we'll send you there. And you can take a look on things that we recommend.
Yeah, make sure you do because we got some good stuff on there.
Yeah, and some promo codes.
Promo codes, discounts, baby.
We got you
Support
hooked
your
up.
girls here.
Anything else?
Oh, another person we know got a hockey puck at a
Oh
game
boy.
for not even doing anything, just
Here she
being a
goes.
fan.
Here
And
she
this girl
goes.
here is
Here
still
she
without a
goes.
puck. But I mean, like, I'm like happy for our friend, but
Yeah.
thanks for coming over to our House of Hockey podcast and hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And in the meantime, you can follow us on social media. Just look for House of Hockey podcast. We'll be back next week.